Our second reading this morning comes from the Gospel of John, 13th chapter, verses 31 through 35. Please hear the word of our Lord this morning. When he was gone, Jesus said, "Now is the Son of Man glorified, and God is glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God will glorify the Son in himself, and will glorify him at once. My children, I will only be here with you a little longer. You will look for me, and just as I told the Jews, so I will tell you now, where I am going, you cannot come. A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this, all men will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another." This is the word of God. Pastor Frank has arranged for us to have a guest speaker today on Kairos outside. And before the first service this morning, I'd never heard of this ministry before. I'd heard of Kairos inside, but not outside. It is a truly blessed ministry. And I will invite them to come up at this time and share the word with us. Please come forward.
Good morning. Good morning. Before I begin, I want you to know that I am not a professional speaker, just a regular person. So anybody can come up and do this, okay? We are delighted and very excited to be with you today and to share this wonderful, life-changing ministry called Kairos Outside. I'd like to share a little bit about the history of Kairos Outside. It's possible you have heard of Kairos International Prison Ministry or Kairos Inside. Kairos Outside is an offshoot of Kairos International Prison Ministry. It started in 1989 by a chaplain serving in San Quentin State Correctional Facility. He felt, as many serving with Kairos, that the men who became involved in the Kairos program were ready for family unity. The men on the inside also expressed a desire for their loved ones on the outside to have a similar life-changing experience. So, Kairos Outside was born. Kairos Outside is similar to the Kairos Inside ministry and to many other 4-day retreats, such as Emmaus, Cresceo, and Acts, and so on. One main difference is that our weekends are approximately 48 hours, running from Friday evening to Sunday afternoon. At the present, we are holding our retreats at Our Lady of Corpus Christi Retreat Center off Lantana. The word Kairos means God's special time, and that's what we work to provide for our guests, a time away so they can feel the peace and love that God can provide. They're allowed freedom to worship, talk to clergy and each other, creating bonds in time to release some of the pain and hurt they have felt for some time. For some, a very long time. Kairos Outside has a very special logo that you're going to see in a minute on the video that we're going to show. It expresses how many of the women feel when they're serving time outside alongside their loved ones who are serving time inside. It's a heart. The heart represents God's love. Inside the heart, there's two silhouettes. There's a lady, a female silhouette that's looking through the prison bars, and a male silhouette that's looking into the darkness. We serve the women the Lord sends us with love and compassion. These women come from all walks of life with many different experiences. Our motto is listen, listen, love, love. We never ask why they're there, or about their circumstances or those of their loved ones. We just listen and love them. At this time, we have a short video. This lady is a former Kairos guest, Kairos outside guest, and she's going to tell how it changed her life.
hit a child, killed him, and he was up for murder. He has serving now 25 years to life. And when I entered into him serving his time, I was a mess. More on the outside, paying the bills, sending them money, going to see them, taking care of everything in the household. And that's a lot. That is a big load. Plus feeling the guilt and everything that goes along with them being inside. You feel like you're doing time right alongside them. At this point, I didn't mention that I had a son at the church my husband and my daughter were attending. I was embarrassed. I was angry at my son. So I just cut myself totally off from him. I was cleaning the church one day and I noticed these Kairos guest reservation forms on the table. And I was looking at it and it started talking about incarceration. And I put it. But something was steering me back. God was ready to have me start my healing process. And I didn't even know it. So, they picked me up and I attend this wonderful weekend. I had met so many Christian women and other guests that had been in the same boat as I was. I got to give things away and turn them over to God that weekend. And I had to pay it forward. So I started becoming a part of that Kairos community. After I was a guest on Kairos weekend, I was getting the need, and I'm sure it was God behind it, pushing me to go down to see my son in Georgia. And I needed to see him because it was 15 years since I last talked to him. I had to stay a couple days and we actually talked. And it was wonderful. And that just broke me. And I knew right then and there our bond was back together. And to this day it is so strong. Fresh start. Kairos brings the family together and keeps the unity in the family. It changed my life. Kairos changed my life. And now I serve the Lord unconditionally. Unconditionally.
There's the Kairos symbol. The weekend is a gift of agape for each guest. What that means is the guests come free. We provide the gift. During the weekend, we sing, we pray, we cry, we laugh, and we hear talks. When the weekend is over, we pray that as the women return home, they have a new sense of themselves and their faith, and they can see their environment differently. Our guests, as we call them, have been impacted not only by losing the ability to see their loved one on a daily basis, but also financially, by a salary that is no longer there. Also emotionally, as many women are embarrassed and isolate themselves. And in some cases, their health is affected due to stress, sadness, and having to work 2 jobs to make ends meet. You may have stood in line with a lady, gone to church, or worked with someone who has a loved one incarcerated, and you would have never known it because they are too embarrassed to share. Our next weekend will be held November the 1st through the 3rd, next weekend. We've already finished our 36 hours of training, and we're ready to go. Our ladies will come and be treated to a loving community, good food, and fellowship. They will also hear talks that will move them closer to the realization that God loves them no matter what. There are several things you can do to support Kairos outside. The most important need is prayer. Prayers for the team, but especially prayers for our ladies. They get very nervous about stepping into an unfamiliar place with people they don't know. And sometimes life gets in the way. Child care issues. Their boss decides that they can't have that weekend off, and so on. Please pray the Lord opens the way for them to be there. We are totally self-supported, lay-led ministry. We depend solely on donations, fundraising, and loving friends. So our next need is green agape, which is always greatly appreciated. I can promise you your gifts will help further this ministry beyond measure by supporting our guests and ministry. You can also purchase meal tickets, which help defray the cost of meals and other needs for the weekend. At each meal, the guests have a meal ticket next to their plate. It's just one more way to show agape love and support for the ladies. There are meal tickets on the tables that have been set up, one out here and one in back. Another way to support Kairos outside is you or your small group can make agape for our guests. Only the guests receive agape, so we try to make it special. We need approximately 36 pieces to share with the guests each weekend. The little gift can be a bookmark, a card, or any small little gift. Picking up an interest card, filling it out, and returning it is another way that you can support us. You can sign up to be on the team on the next weekend, which will be held in May, or you can be a day angel in November. We have applications on the table along with the interest cards for you to take and consider. A truly amazing experience would be coming to the Retreat Center on Saturday night, November 2nd at 8 p.m. for the Walking in Love service. Pastor Frank is going to be leading that service. I've asked him to do that, and he's agreed, so I'm really excited about that. We would love to fill the room with smiling faces and candles. On Sunday afternoon at 2, we have a closing ceremony, and at this time the ladies can share their experiences from the weekend. Now we have a wonderful treat. I'd like to introduce a former guest from KO Corpus Christi, Dale Cashner, and she's going to share her story.
Good morning. I'm sorry, I'm emotional. That's the second time I'm speaking to you today, and it still gets me every time just because I've been there. So, I'm also not a public speaker, so just bear with me this morning. So, when I was asked to speak this morning, I was a little bit reluctant. I thought, what am I going to do? I don't know anybody here, and they might not care what I have to say. But then I realized that those were the same feelings that I had when I was going to my weekend with Kairos outside ministry. It can be hard to stand in front of anybody and say that you're broken. I didn't know what to expect from this retreat. I knew that we all had something in common. We had all been impacted by someone who's been incarcerated, and other than that, all I knew was that when my mom told me about her experience, she would smile from ear to ear. I was nervous and actually a little bit annoyed because my mom was making me go. I had a few reasons not to go. It was my birthday, and I wanted to spend time with my family before leaving out of town for work. And honestly, I didn't really think I needed it. My dad had been in and out of jail most of my life, and nothing was going to change that. But I could still hear my mom in my head, "Maggie, just do it." So I rolled my eyes the whole way there and reminded myself that this would finally get her off my back. I got out of my car and crossed my arms as if to say, "I'm here, but I'm not happy about it." I was greeted by smiling faces anyway who grabbed all of my belongings, and I began to relax a little bit. But it was still like I had a giant wall around me. Imagine my face when I walked into the building and there was a bunch of ladies singing and dancing. They were the prettiest songs, and it was apparent then that I could not stay grumpy at Kairos for long. Once I picked my jaw up off the floor, I began to uncomfortably mouth along to all the singing. As I looked around, it's clear to see which ladies have been through this weekend. They were all so happy and excited, giddy even, and they definitely knew something that we newbies didn't. I believe truly that God knows what you need before you need it, and He knew that I needed Kairos. I learned so many things from this retreat that have greatly impacted my life and my faith. One thing that Kairos taught me was that it's okay to not be okay. In between all of our amazing surprises, we had sessions of sharing, and in those special times I realized that I had a heavier heart than I knew. I blamed myself so much for the choices of others. Some of the bricks that built my wall were not even mine. I had placed the burden of other people's mistakes on myself and then let it define who I was. We all may have bonded over something very painful, but it was freeing to have the assurance that I was a broken man's daughter. It didn't happen overnight, but Kairos gave me the tools to build my own identity and realize that I am loved and I am beautiful, and God probably danced the day that I was born. These women who I just met yesterday, complete strangers, shared their own stories, experiences, wisdom, and memories. I finally knew that I was not alone. This was the first brick that had been removed from my wall. I was beginning to see that God had something for me in Kairos, and I could feel Him nudging me to begin healing, reminding me that before every rainbow, there's a storm. I began to put myself out there during various activities and discussions, and I realized it wasn't just me that placed guilt upon myself. That's a human trait in general. And it can be hard to admit that someone you love has made a mistake, and then even harder to admit that it affects you. Kairos encouraged and inspired me to work through some of these painful experiences and feelings. And even though it was really uncomfortable at first, I could feel the weight being lifted from my chest. I had been holding so much in, and these ladies around me, both hosts and guests, helped me to remove another brick from my wall. You see, the idea isn't to forget these experiences that damage us, but rather to learn to forgive them. So many times I have blamed my incarcerated loved one, and even myself. Well, doesn't he love me? Is it my fault? How can he do this to our family? I was really angry, and I had never said that out loud before Kairos. But I was softened in my heart, remembering the mercy that God has for all of us. And even though forgiveness is a big pill to swallow, I began to want to forgive my dad and myself. I was so overwhelmed by the love and the presence of God at Kairos. How foolish was I to think that I didn't need this experience? Brick by brick, I was able to remove the wall that I came in with and use those same bricks to build a home that now houses all the love that I have for my Kairos family. All along, it wasn't the bricks that needed to change, but rather the way that I see them. I had to remember once I sat them down, not to pick them back up. I still smile when I think of all the wonderful surprises around every corner. Just when I thought that they couldn't outdo the last amazing surprise, they continued to prove me wrong. By the end of my Kairos weekend, I was so happy and excited to come back and to give this experience to somebody else. Now that I was an insider, I had the same grin on my face. There are so many ways to support Kairos, even if you don't have much time to spare like me. The biggest is prayer. I was shocked to learn that there was someone praying every minute of that weekend. You can also donate. 100% of my weekend was free. My meals, my shelter, and all those wonderful surprises that I promise you have impacted my life forever. I wish I could say more, but I hate to ruin the surprise, just in case I may have inspired someone to go today. I did it. I joined the Kairos bandwagon, and now I'm a crazy, smiling Kairos lady. Kairos plugged me into a community that I can continuously give to and take from. It built lifelong relationships and gave me a chance to change someone's life, just like Kairos changed mine. We have regular reunions where we get together and mingle, and we get to meet all the new ladies that joined, and I look forward to my monthly newsletters. As Julie said, the definition of Kairos is God's time, and when I think of how fitting that is for this ministry, I get goosebumps. It was my time. God put me at Kairos right when He knew I was ready, even though I didn't. Is it your Kairos now? Standing up here was difficult for me, but if I was able to persuade anyone to get involved in any way, it was worth it. I encourage you, if you have been impacted by incarceration, or you're not okay, maybe you feel guilt and shame. If you need to forgive someone or forgive yourself for any of these circumstances, and you're hoping that it's your Kairos, or if you know anyone who could answer yes to any of these questions, it's time to get involved. Thank you.
Nothing like a testimony, right? We'd like to thank you for having us today to share Kairos outside. We pray that along with Kairos Inside and Torch for juvenile offenders, we are changing lives forever. It has been statistically proven that families who have attended Kairos events, whether inside or outside, the incidence of re-entering the system is greatly reduced. I invite you to visit the tables and pick up a brochure. Inside the brochure is a guest reservation form. Keep it in your car. You never know. Okay? We also would love to visit with you and answer questions. Thank you so much for having us today, and God bless.
Thank you, Julie. Choir, I'll let you come back up. I do have a couple of questions that I'll ask right now. It's obviously a ladies' ministry, right? But you're looking for volunteers, can men and women both volunteer for that? Come back up to the microphone where we can all hear you.
Yes, is the answer to that. We only allow ladies into the conference room, so our music team is female and all that. And the reason for that is many of our ladies have been hurt by men. But we do have an opportunity for men to come serve the meals, because the ladies are served their meals. And this gives them an opportunity to see that there are good guys. Okay? So, yes, we do have a spot for ladies and for men, and we would love to have you. We also have some backbreaking work that has to be done that some of us can't quite do anymore. So, just the lifting and the moving.
And if I understand correctly, you always need prayer people.
We always need prayer people, covered in prayer. That's our most important. Because some of the ladies come and they're, like Dale was saying, they're like, I don't know why I'm here, I don't want to be here. And you can see in 48 hours, the walls come down. And that's all through prayer and God's love.
As Dale mentioned, they get prayed for every minute. And you can do that from your own home. You don't have to go to the Kairos that they're looking. They want prayers constantly. So
From 6 o'clock Friday night until Sunday at about 3. That's when he gets here.
Will you join me in thanking Dale and Julie for coming to this morning and filling in for us and blessing us with their